Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back again today with a pick a card reading for you. And if you're one of my returning subscribers, I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of the soul family. Thank you for your beautiful comments and your support of me and each other in the comment section. I want to say a special welcome to anyone who's joining us for the very first time. Please join us. Pull up a chair, grab yourself a cup of tea, and we'll have a little bit of a chat because we are all friends when we gather at my table. So today's pick a card reading, we're looking into June and love predictions for June. What's coming up for you when it comes to love in the next couple of weeks. We have 3 piles for you to choose from today. We have pile number 1 with this black obsidian tumbled stone. This is the Herb Crafter's Tarot. We have pile number 2. I believe this is called the Art of Tarot. I'm not 100% sure. This is the very first deck I ever got when I was a teenager, so the box is long gone. And this is an Adventurine tumbled stone. And we do have the Modern Witch Tarot here with the red jasper for pile number 3. So whichever pile or piles or stones are calling out to you, maybe multiple stones are calling out to you, there may be messages waiting for you from Spirit, and my timestamps are below. I'm going to jump right into pile number 1 today. Again, today's topic is June love predictions. What is coming up for you guys? Are you guys going to have any offers, any changes in June when it comes to your love lives? Pile number 1. Hello everybody, in pile number 1 you were drawn to the black obsidian tumbled stone, or to this beautiful tarot deck. I know I've been using it a lot on my channel lately, but I'm a little obsessed with it. I'm really connecting with this deck. So this is your reading, June love predictions. What changes, what offers are coming up for you in June, pile 1? What changes in your love life? Well, we have the beautiful Empress starting out your reading, which is a beautiful place to start. Talks about abundance for you, and embodying this energy of abundance and creativity and wholeness and stepping into your power as well. It's like you're in bloom in June, and that's what Spirit really wants to see. The bee and the honeycomb there really talks about sweet results awaiting for you. Changes in love in June. Love predictions for pile 1, please. We have the Ace of Fire, the Ace of Wands. I love it. You're inspired for change in June, pile 1. You're feeling yourselves in June, and that's exactly what you need to be doing. We have the Queen of Fire. You could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, particularly getting a lot of some Sagittarius and Leo vibes here specifically. And it's like you feel, I want to say potent. I'm looking at this word potions here, but it's like you're working magic in June. You're stepping into your own. You're feeling powerful. We have the Hierophant. So we do have ascension. For some of you, you could be headed to commitment, some sort of committed relationship. And we have the 4 of Wands back of deck. So you could be, honestly, for some of you, and it's not for everyone because I am dealing with collective energy, for some of you, you could actually be headed towards the altar. You could have that as a culmination. You could have a wedding plan for June. So if you do, congratulations, because we do see this Hierophant. We do see the 4 of Fire, which is about a gateway into happiness and ascension. And the Hierophant does rule institutions like education, government, and marriage. And I feel like for some of you watching, if you do have that wedding planned, this is something you've been working hard for and planning for a long time. And I feel like there could have been maybe setbacks on the road to this, because we're dealing with the Hierophant, and there's the cacao plant. And, you know, chocolate's delicious. And when you mix it with all sorts of ingredients and cream and sugar, it turns into a beautiful thing. But the cacao being on itself, if you consume too much of it too fast, it is to your detriment. So this is about a slow growth that's been happening for you, a slow ascension where you're finally, all your hard work is paying off for you. For those of you not headed to the altar, this is still a beautiful 9 of Wands. This is a beautiful trajectory for you towards ascension, towards what you truly want. It shows you feeling hungry for change and really focused on change and ascension when it comes to love. We have the 9 of Wands here, the wild cherry underneath this Empress, which shows that you guys are a little bit frustrated coming into June, a little bit frustrated, waiting for this change, wanting it. And there's almost a sense of like in the past, perhaps waiting for like my knight in shining armor or vice versa to come forward to kind of save me from this weight. But there seems to be more of a There seems to be a shift of focus in June for you where you really are embodying power. You're embodying your own strength and your own ability to work through your goals. We have here the Adelaide of Water, which is the Knight of Cups. So you could have a love offer in the form of a water sign, a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer coming in for you. And this person, I feel like is, for those of you who are, again, that marriage specific remark was specific to people watching who are headed to, who have a date in place for June. But for those of you who are just embodying this power, it's because all of a sudden you have this beautiful offer on the table. And when I say a beautiful offer, I mean it looks good, it smells good, everything about it almost looks too perfect to be true. There's a little bit of hesitancy perhaps from this person to be 100% vulnerable with you, but there is an embodiment of excitement about it. We have the High Priestess. The Death card, not to be feared or confused with a real physical death, but the shift is coming and it's something that you've been waiting for. It's breathing into a brand new life, a brand new beginning for you. One that you've been waiting for, that your higher self has been sort of nudging you towards. We have the Justice. See, some of you are definitely headed to the altar. Some of you are headed to a new role. We have the Ten of Pentacles on the back of the deck with the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Pentacles is that security that you've been looking for. Those of you who are ascending in a physical ascension into this institution of marriage, it's like literally signing a contract here with the Justice card. And it talks about what is right and what is owed to you, what is fair to you, stepping into a position as well, a position where you can really, I feel like you've already started the process of building up this foundation, but you're going to be able to build up so much abundance here. It's like a beautiful shift into this new stage of life for you. And it's starting next month in June, which is very, very exciting because the Ten of Wands, and there's the Queen of Cups. It shows that this is something you've wanted, especially if you're that water sign. This is the emotional new beginning that you've been looking for. For those of you who are not headed right to the altar, again, I'm speaking with multiple energies now. This new opportunity, this new offer on the table coming in, this new love offer, is one that I feel like has both the capacity to fulfill you, but also set you into this sense of fear, because it's like getting everything we want is almost overwhelming. And we sometimes don't trust that as well. We don't trust this sudden offer that's on the table, because here's the Page of Cups. You don't trust that sudden offer on the table because it feels a little bit too good to be true, and we can't see the forest through the trees with the Ten of Wands. You know, it's sort of, the burdens kind of block our view, but there's a beautiful message in just embodying the moment and enjoying the opportunity and enjoying the shift and change, because that's what this represents, is this offer coming in when you don't expect it. And it's going to lead, here is the King of Earth, the King of Pentacles, along with the Emperor. We have the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine. This is a good offer. This is a good offer coming in, even if it seems too good to be true. And there's that old adage, you know, if it's too good to be true, it usually is. But in this case, it's about you not wanting to step in vulnerability. The offer is good, but you're the one who's hesitant to walk over that stream because perhaps of waiting for a long time, or having a bit of a chip on our shoulder when it comes to the weight that we've had to endure to get to this point. But I love seeing these two together. I love seeing this new opportunity, this fresh start for you. And this is, again, an offer that you can trust. It will lead to abundance. It's going to lead to security. And it could be for some of you that this could actually be an earth sign coming in. We also have Libra on the board as well. Taurus is very strong. So there's lots of energies floating around here for you, pile one. But I see beautiful abundance and ascension for you watching. Getting the things that you're owed and getting the things that are due you that you feel like maybe have been unfairly kept from you, perhaps energetically, for a while. There's a bit of a and you know what, to be honest, I like that. I like that you guys are embodying this expectation of what you want, because it shows that when you don't get it, you get frustrated. And that's sort of what Spirit wants to kind of light the fire inside of us. They don't want us to sit in the frustration. They want us to embody power. But sometimes we need that kick in the pants in order to keep moving. We have the Boar. And we have the Perspective here. You can see the spider here is our symbol of weaving our own destiny. And down here in this cage is a bird that's already flown the coop. So for some of you, it's almost like you have this hope and you've been waiting a really long time for old opportunities, maybe for someone from the past to come forward. And looking into the past is not serving us. Sometimes we have to recognize what has already fallen away so that we can start looking elsewhere for our truth. We can start looking elsewhere for what is actually owed us. The Boar is sometimes a scary creature because it talks about danger and masculinity and aggression. But sometimes, you know what, when we have this Ace of Wands, the Ace of Wands is about the inspired thought that leads to everything. And sometimes we have to be aggressive with that if we want change. And I'm sort of brought back to this idea of the dragonfly who is hungry for transformation. The butterfly is a symbol of transformation too, and we have it here, but it's quieter than that. It's a quiet transformation inside. But sometimes to get ourselves out of these funks, we got to be hungry for change. We have to sort of embody even the divine masculine energy inside of us. Back of the deck is Joy Harjo, Bravery. Braving our fears and we're stepping out of comfort zones when these offers present, even though we're a little bit fearful sometimes of pursuing them. Changes in June in love coming in for you, group 1. Religious factors are influencing your life right now. Those of you, especially particularly who have plans of ascension into an actual institution, into a marriage contract. We have you deserve love, you are lovable. And this is the, if you don't embody that Empress energy, it is in the recent past, it's not in the present, that is something Spirit wants you to embody, and that will help to build a beautiful momentum towards this ascension spiritually as well. This could be the one, the person coming forward. You have already met the partner you seek. I don't feel for most of you, I'm not getting the sense that this is someone from your past. Some of you it may be, but I don't get that it's someone from your past. But this could be the one that leads you to that 10 of Earth, that 10 of Pentacles, a security, somebody who you can depend on, because I feel like that's something that's really important to you. In the past, you didn't feel like you had someone to depend upon. Coming in love in June, please. We have community. And we also have message in a bottle, going with the flow. Back of the deck is the co-create with Spirit card. And this card talks about the potential that's inside of you. It's dappled because it's about to burst. And this cheetah reminds us that when these offers come in, and we have this community card because I feel like it could be somebody that perhaps you work with, perhaps that you know from your neighborhood. It's somebody within your realm perhaps that you've already run into, not someone from your past, but someone that you've already sort of come into contact with in recent days, if it's a new person coming in. But it's like recognizing with that cheetah the opportunities available to us to improve our situation. The cheetah is a land mammal, the fastest land mammal, but it only sprints. It doesn't have a long distance capability. It gets too tired too quickly. So it's about recognizing when these offers present and then taking advantage of them and not letting fear overwhelm our decisions. Message in the bottle is really about going with the flow, putting our hopes and fears our hopes into a situation, putting it out into the universe, and then sort of releasing it. It's a 6, a 1 and 5 is a 6, and that's because we're supposed to embody. It's like embodying balance before balance occurs for us, or embodying happiness and success before it actually happens. Who is coming forward, please? Changes in June and love. We have Axe, break up, separation, stop the pattern. And I feel like that's exactly what you're going to be doing. You're going to be leaving the past behind you. You're going to finally separate yourself from past energies. Some of you could be struggling with a breakup that has happened recently, which is sort of adding to the fuel to the fire here of the 9 of Wands, feeling overwhelmed by having to wait so long. We have lightning though, sudden changes, shocking news, surprises, transformation, a little bit of upheaval as a result of that. Change coming in out of the blue for you though, and it's good change though. I feel like very positive about it. We have keys on a ring, many options, decisions. It says stringing along in one night stand. Some of you may be currently sort of getting frustrated because of perhaps multiple people coming in and out of life, but I feel like that's shifting. I feel like you're going to have one singular person coming at you in the future. Let's get a card of advice from Spirit. Future in June, please. We have peace, dissolving unwanted or disturbing thoughts. You're going to feel justified with the Justice card here. You're going to feel like things are finally coming and turning in your direction. We have Sacred Heart. It says passion, love, and spiritual communion. Again, that message is still coming in strong for some of you watching. Very specific message that you're headed right to the altar, and congratulations if you are, because we have evolution, earth changes, climate change, and transformation. That Death card is an assurance that your love life in general is transforming in June, pile 1. Let's get a charm bowl for you. A charm bowl, please, for pile number 1. What is coming up in June? In love, changes. Sorry about the noises outside, you guys. I have my air conditioner in, and I can't close the sound off 100%. We have the Judgment. We have the Emperor. We have the Ace of Cups. I love it. Judgment is in the reverse here, which talks, really about, if Judgment is about an enlightenment, about us judging ourselves and about us formulating new plans of action and new beginnings because of that judgment. Could be that in the past you had a little bit of a blocked intuition when it came to love in general. It can also really indicate that maybe you're a little bit fearful of change because of what you've experienced in the past. Some of you have maybe dealt with a lot of people who, again, float in and out, maybe a lot of ghosting, and that can really jade us sometimes. It can make us into this, it can really make us almost expect negativity or expect bad outcomes sometimes. But we have this Ace of Cups right in the center. We have the Ace of Cups, which is showing a new emotional opportunity, a new offer coming in, and for some of you this is the divine masculine or your divine counterpart coming in. The Emperor is an important message for us, because if we are fearing that change, if we are fearing this offer that comes in, the Emperor asks us to armor up. Push our fears below, armor up for that battle, and do what needs to be done to improve your situation, to go towards your own happiness, because no one will actually come in and save us and do it for us, unfortunately. Let's get at some charms for you as well. This one, changes in June. We have the letter R today. We have glasses in the bowl, so if this person could physically wear glasses, maybe you do, but it also speaks about people keeping little tabs on us. We have made with love. We have a guitar. We also have a sword here. It's like the King of Swords. It's like truth and justice and clarity and being honest with ourselves and stripping away the emotion that we feel from a situation, stripping away the fear. We have the axe, because it's time to let go of the old. We have the pickaxe, because we might have frozen our heart a little bit. We need some multiple tools in the bowl to free us from our situation. We have the teddy bear, which is a symbol for children for me, and perhaps you have children. We have live the life that you love in the bowl. And we have a wrench as well. A wrench in the plans. Again, the sense of putting in work to how we view ourselves. All right, group number 1, that's what I have for you today. This is a June love prediction for you and what's going to happen for you in June. If this resonated, I would love to hear about it in the comment section. I would love for you to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell if you haven't done so already. And if you do, please leave me a comment below, because that is how I am going to enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me, and that draw is coming up this week. So be sure to leave me a comment, be sure to subscribe and hit your notification bell, because that is how I am going to notify you. You can check out my Instagram page below. If somebody approaches you on Instagram claiming to be me offering readings, just be wary. There has been someone who's been floating around sort of stealing other people's channels. They're kind of jumping from channel to channel, so protect yourselves. But you can connect with me on Instagram below. I also offer private readings through Etsy. My link is below. And if you go to my page and it's empty, it just means I have sold out for that day. I will relist daily though, so keep checking back. But I really hope that you come back here and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a beautiful day. Take care. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to this beautiful green adventurine, and this is your reading. June love predictions. What's going to happen for you in June? Who's coming forward? What changes are coming into your love life? Pile number 2. Always remember that I'm dealing with collective energy. So if the message is not resonating with you, you can try a different pile, or you can try a different reading as well. So June, what is going to happen in June? We have 3 of Swords. Some of you are coming out of a painful situation, or you're coming out of some disappointment when it comes to love. We have a bunch falling here. I don't know if I'm going to take them all, but we're going to take a look here. The King of Swords, the 2 of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands. You could be an air sign, a fire sign. We're going to put those back and get Spirit give us a clearer message than that. Changes in June in love, please. We have the 9 of Wands. June love predictions, group 2. Whoop. We have the Page of Swords here. So June is looks like it's going to be a rebuilding month for you, pile 2. It's like going back to the drawing board in a sense here. But we have the beautiful Empress, which is abundance. So I love to see her as a reassurance from Spirit that you're on the right track. So let's take a look. We have the Queen of Pentacles back of the deck. Can we clarify that 3 of Swords, please? June love predictions. The 6 of Pentacles. So some of you really feel like in past relationships, like you gave way more than what you got. You gave way more than what you got, and it just ended up blowing up in your face and causing you a lot of heartache. You didn't get what was owed you. There's a lot of imbalance here in the past. Ooh, we've got a lot happening here. It's resulted in the 4 of Pentacles. We also have the King of Cups and the Star, though. We have the King of Cups and the Star coming out underneath this 4 of Pentacles, which is very interesting. Let's clarify the Page of Swords, June love predictions. Hello. We have the Emperor. We also have the King of Wands. And can we clarify that Empress, please? June love predictions. What's happening in June? The Queen of Wands. I love that. Okay, back of the deck is the Knight of Pentacles and the Hermit. So group 2, very contrasting energies to pile number 1, actually, because I feel like you guys are coming from a really strong place of disappointment. That's carried into June, because it's carried into the present moment. It's like your expectation for June is not very high because you are in protection mode. You're in self-preservation mode. It's almost like you're anticipating a bad month, or you're anticipating disappointment here. And that's not your nature, if I'm being honest. I don't feel like that is your true nature, because your true nature seems very loving, optimistic, hopeful, and it's just being flanked by all of these experiences where people have disappointed you or hurt you or left you to carry the brunt of the emotional burden when it comes to the pain of the separation or the endings or whatever you have gone through. We have this King of Cups and the Star energy here in the present. And what I find really interesting about your pile is that you have both the Emperor and the Empress. You have as well the King and Queen here of fire. So you could both be fire signs. The person coming forward for you could actually be a fire sign. And this could be the counterpart to you. This could be a divine masculine or divine feminine to your altar. It has everything to do with energy. It has nothing to do with gender. So it doesn't matter whether you're male, female, doesn't matter. It shows that what is owed to you, this person that wants to come that you've been waiting for, could actually be the person coming forward for you in June. But here's the problem, is that Spirit is saying that you have to kind of go back to the drawing board so that you can clear away this anticipation. Because having the Nine of Wands with the Three of Swords trailing behind here in the present is not serving us to be able to recognize and to keep hope alive. And that's what we really need to do in order to manifest abundance, is we need to stay focused on that abundance. So leading into June, you know, we need to start shifting our perspective a little bit. This Knight of Pentacles with the Hermit here, there's the Wheel of Fortune, which is a beautiful thing because that shows the sudden turn of events. And there's the Eight of Cups. Oh, you know, it's just, some of you are coming from such a low place, and this is showing that you're going to walk away from this feeling that you know is not emotionally serving you. It's not filled with emotional abundance for you, so it's time to leave it in the past, because June is bringing about an opportunity for us to really armor ourselves for success, because we have the Page of Swords with the Emperor as a support. So this page is kind of like the student of the deck. He's like this sense of truthfulness and seeking out information and educating himself. It's like going back to the drawing board. It's like stripping away how we have been feeling, stripping away the emotion, and then armoring ourselves for battle, because that Emperor who lives inside of us all is about determination and going after what we know is owed to us. We have the King of Wands. For some of you, like I said, you have a fire sign coming forward. And for some of you, this person is somebody that you could actually already know. This could be somebody that is currently keeping tabs on you online with the Page of Swords. It's sometimes the spy of the deck. And in the future position, we do have the Empress with the Queen of Wands. It shows an abundance. It shows a definite contrast to where you're coming from, perhaps leading into June. It shows you by the end of the month feeling abundant, embodying that. But we have to get there. That's what Spirit is saying. We have to get there. We have to embody that and strip away all of this negativity that has led us into June. And that's why the Hermit is here. Ruled by Virgo, you could have Virgo in your chart, you know, but the Hermit is this beautiful support to the Knight of Pentacles, because the Knight of Pentacles talks about how you've been waiting, but it's a wait that is worthwhile, because that knight always makes it to his destination. He is sure-footed for a reason, because he's careful about his steps and he plans them carefully. And you know, he is an earth sign. Virgo is an earth sign. They're very objective when it comes to the plans that they make. And you can see he's still holding that hope. It's not that he gives up hope because of his objectivity. He holds it in his lantern where he can see it to help him light the way, to help him formulate a plan of action. Because we can't formulate plans of actions towards our goals through negativity and sadness and fear and worry. We have to formulate it by light, by hope, by faith. And that's why the King of Cups and the Star is here. It's okay to be emotionally vulnerable. He's the most emotionally vulnerable of all the kings. And right now, Spirit says that you're fearful of doing that. You're fearful of it's like, I can't do that again. I can't go through all of this again. It doesn't feel fair to me. And it's not fair. And that's why Spirit wants you out of that energy. They want the maintenance of this hope. That's why they're flanking this feeling with all of this positivity, with all of this expectation of success. And that's what the King of Wands embodies. The King of Wands, the Queen of Wands, they embody the expectation of success. It doesn't enter their realm that they could ever even be, that they could even end up over here, like that they could even, you know, not be successful. It doesn't even enter their realm of possibilities. We do see you walking away from emotionally unfulfilling things and removing, and in that way, you're going to be able to remove all of the prisons that you feel like you're stuck in. Sometimes we get stuck in mental prisons where we feel like we can't overcome them. But truthfully, we have this Wheel of Fortune here because this is destined for you. A destined connection is on its way to you. But we have to first embody that, embody the abundance that it represents. And that Knight of Pentacles as a back of deck energy does warn us that sometimes it takes some time to get there. But they see you embodying the feeling by the end of June. They see you feeling abundant by the end of June. And in that way, you are attracting your counterpart. And then, just like the secret says, the universe will correlate to the nature of your song. And then that person will come and rise to your vibration. And there they are sitting together. Changes in June for group number 2, please, Spirit. changes coming in love in June. We have the wings. It's time to spread your wings and fly. You are coming from a really, some of you coming from a really sad place. And that's the thing about the patience with the Knight of Pentacles, that it does take time to heal that energy. And sometimes, you know, we're coming into June now. June is like a healing phase for you. The wings is a card about rising above our feelings so that we can see it with objectivity and clarity. We have freedom. And that's what you're gaining. You're going to gain that in June. You're gaining freedom from that sadness. You're gaining a new perspective in June, which is going to lead to the abundance that you're looking for. You may have to wait a little bit longer than June to embody that in a physical sense, but they want you to embody the abundance in a energetic sense first, and they see that happening for you by the end of June. We have the subconscious, which is all of the fears that we push below, all of these disappointments that stack up and sort of stack up in our memory as well, that add to that feeling of jadedness, of not expecting good things. It's like the expectation of failure. And you know, that's what we need to explore. We need to take time to heal that subconscious, because it's not truth that we're uttering to ourselves in that fearful place. We're absorbing other people's truths and fears in that moment. Coming up in June, please, for pile 2. Changes in love in June. We have poised for change. Poised for change in June. The 8 and the 4 equals, you know, a 13 or a 12, I believe. Yeah, 12. And then 1 and 3 is, or 1 and 2 is 3. So this is a foundation phase for you. This is a foundation in June for you to reach your abundance. But these foundation periods, I know it can be frustrating and disappointing to hear that word, that it's a foundation phase. But it's very, very important, a very important step towards your abundance. So look at it as an important step. Look at it as a very important phase for you, because we have Yang. There we go. That's the divine masculine. That's offers coming in towards you, but it also expresses, you know, our ability to manifest what we want. This is the inspired thought, the Ace of Wands that leads to everything. And, you know, there's that, I keep saying it a lot this week, and Spirit keeps whispering into my ear that if we think we can achieve something, or if we think we cannot achieve something, both of those things will ring true for us if we put enough effort, if we put enough energy into that feeling. It will become reality for us. We will embody that truth. We have the Breathe card. And when I see this 9 and 2, it's 11, you know, and I always think of a gateway when I see 11. And when I see the Breathe card, I think about the present being the gateway, and it always is. The present moment is the gateway to the future. It's our ability to manifest now what we want to see. And that can be very difficult when we're coming from a really sad place, and Spirit doesn't want to undermine the effort that is required. They just want you to feel capable of change, because they see you as a powerful emperor. They see you as a powerful empress. They put you on a pedestal always, and they see the truth of things. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Work on yourself too. Work on the inner you. You know, our expectation of success is so important. We have finances and career are a factor right now. That could be adding to your sense of sadness, of your disappointment with the 3 of Swords. Perhaps some of you are really, really struggling. And that's, again, everything bleeds together. Energy doesn't stay in its lane. Love energy doesn't stay over here. Finances doesn't stay here. Everything webs and flows into itself. So we can carry a lot of negativity from one situation into another situation, which sort of slows things down for us. But when that offer comes in, back of deck says this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. For some of you, this person could be somebody that is watching you currently, keeping tabs on you. June predictions for pile 2, please. We have lost love, surrender, healing, and release. And that's that 3 of Swords. Where are you guys coming from that it's such a sad place of lost love? And that's what we need to release, because staying in a state of fear, staying in a state of sadness, does not serve us, does not allow us room for growth. It blinds us to truth and it blinds us to hope. And you guys are coming from a sad place. We have here the ocean of eternal love, healing, creativity, and fertility. They want you to sort of, there's a message coming in to kind of harness the passion that you put into the sadness and put that passion into creativity, into fertility, into abundance, into yourself with this Empress. Embody that. If you could just harness, and you know what, my mom used to say that to me sort of in a funny way, like if you put enough energy into your schoolwork that you would put into your tarot, then you'd just be off the charts. And it's true, you know, if I chose to do that, it's true. And in the same way, Spirit is saying if you put half the amount of energy into feeling good about yourself as you do into feeling bad about the past, you'd be unstoppable. We have yin yang here, back of deck, creating harmony through balance. And that's the trajectory that Spirit wants to see you in, and that's the trajectory that they see you going towards when you embody that abundance. Let's get one of these cards for you. Group number 2. Changes in love in June. We have the Shaman card coming out for you. It says, you are the creator and the magician. Use your gifts for good. There is power in your wisdom and words. Connect with the elemental spirits and glide through the void. Claim your place as keeper of the mysteries. Claim your place. And that's a beautiful card because it talks about the power within you. Use your words for good. Use your intentions for good because they can swing both ways. You are very powerful in your manifestation ability, and that power can work against us as well sometimes. Let's get a charm bowl for you, group number 2. Changes coming in June in love. Don't let the foundation phase be a deterrent to you. Don't let that happen. I can remember watching a video, actually I watched a video myself over a year ago, 2 years ago now, that said that this time of my life would be a foundation phase, and I was so disappointed, but so much beauty has come out of it. So many beautiful connections have come out of it, and so much growth has come out of it. So don't fear the word foundation, because look what inspired thought can lead to. Emotional new beginnings that pop up for you when you do not expect them, that lead to this soulmate energy, this beautiful connection that you're really looking for. And that's what this foundation phase in June is leading you to. So keep your eye on that prize. We have the letter M and the letter Z today, so they could be dreaming about you, this person coming forward. You could also be losing sleep. Run and from. We have the bicycle, which is like the chariot. It's about decisions. It's about making your choice and then driving towards it with drive and determination. It sometimes speaks to me about a decision that's already sort of been made in my heart, but now I just need the courage to pursue it. We have O and S also in the bowl. We have a baby carriage. Some of you have children. You could be headed in that direction as well. We have a cross, so there could be a religious or Christian connection. We have the sea star, healing ourselves from within, from painful experiences in the past. The sea star can lose a limb and it will regenerate it over time. It takes time. It's probably not a comfortable process, but it is possible, and that's what Spirit wants you to see, that this Three of Swords pain does not have to be permanent. We also have the infinity symbol here, strength, so you could be a Leo. You do not have to be. There you go, group number 2. That's what I have for you today. Changes coming in June for you. If this resonates, I would love to hear about it in the comment section. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. Join our little beautiful soul family here if you haven't done so already. And if you do, be sure to drop me a comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. I'm going to be drawing that name this week. So be sure to drop me a comment if you are a subscriber. But I really hope that you check out my links for Instagram below and my links for Etsy. If you go to my Etsy shop and it's empty, it just means that I've sold out. It's been selling out very, very quickly. So I'm going to start staggering my release time so that more people get an opportunity around the world. Because I know I have a lot of people from across the ocean that are having a difficult time with the time difference. So I will be posting regularly new slots, so be sure to check back. But I really hope that you come back here and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a beautiful day today. Take care. Hello everybody, in group number 3, you were drawn to this beautiful red jasper stone, and this is your reading. What can you expect? What changes in love are coming in for you in June? Who's coming forward? What changes are happening? I'm using the Modern Witch Tarot for you today. What is coming for you in June? We have the Queen of Wands, so you could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You do not have to be. What's coming up for you in love in June? Pile 3. We have the 4 of Cups here. Who's coming forward in June for pile 3? Changes in love. The Page of Swords. Ooh, oh, we have 5 of Cups coming out. Back of the deck is the 8 of Swords. So we're having a hard time here moving into June. It's like we're feeling very restricted. We're feeling very apathetic, not really hopeful about what's going to happen in June. And that 5 of Cups is really showing us that, you know, we're looking into the past a lot. We're looking into the past. We could have been hurt very badly here, because I'm looking at that Queen of Wands with that black cat, and that's sort of a warning to me about, you know, how she doesn't like to be crossed. So you could be carrying some pretty heavy feelings into June, looking into the past quite a bit. Let's clarify that Queen of Wands. The thing about this 5 of Cups, though, is look what she's ignoring, standing right behind her. 2 cups that are still sitting there. That 2 of Cups, which represents sometimes soulmate energy, could be available to us, but we may not recognize it because we're stuck in a funk. But let's clarify that Queen of Wands and see what's happening. Some advice from Spirit about what's happening in June, Spirit, with love for group 3. We have this 4 of Wands reversed. You're coming out of arguments or disconnect or something breaking down here with that 4 of Wands reversed. Whoops. I just saw the Devil. I'm going to put these back because there's too many on the floor, but it's the Devil and the Knight of Swords. Some of you ended something recently, or that's where you're coming from. You've recently ended something. What's happening for group 3 in June, please? What's changes in love? We have the 8 of Wands. We also have the 6 of Swords coming out. We have the 8 of Cups reversed. And we have the 6 of Pentacles. Back of the deck is the Hierophant and the 3 of Wands. Whoops. Let's try to use this as a bit of a holder. Okay, so the Hierophant back of the deck does show ascension and expansion for you with the 3 of Wands. I feel like you guys have had some time where maybe you've been single for some of you with this 4 of Swords. It's like you've waited a while for this because potentially of things that happened in the past. But I do see an offer coming in for you that Spirit is saying you may be in such a funk, you may not even recognize it as an offer coming in. It's like you may not trust it. You may have a bit of a chip on your shoulder with this 4 of Cups because it does show a certain amount of apathy to your current love situation. It's like she's sitting here and she's waiting for somebody else potentially to call. It says she's over it. On her sweater it says over it, but she's not over it because we have the 5 of Cups here in the future position, which shows definitely not over it, definitely harboring a lot of pain from the past. But this communication, I feel like someone is going to start communicating with you, potentially online specifically. You're going to have an opportunity here to start growing a better perspective of life in general. So I do feel like you guys are going to start communicating, or someone's going to communicate with you online, which is an opportunity to sort of shed some of your painful past, shed some of your turbulence, some of your insecurities to lead you into calmer waters. Because we do have the 8 of Cups reversed here as well, which shows, you know, kind of learning from the past and allowing yourself movement because of that growth. It's like fully learning from past mistakes, fully learning what is and was what does and what does not serve us. And then we have this Five of Cups in the future with the Six of Pentacles, though. So we see this offer. It could lead to so much more. The communication that's opening up, but it's like our opportunity to walk away from something that is not fulfilling us emotionally from the past. It's like fully learning from that and embodying that lesson so that we can recognize this as an offer, and it can be a beautiful interchange. If we didn't feel like we were getting what's owed to us in the past, the Six of Pentacles is talking about giving and receiving. It's like the universe handing us a gift, and it's up to us to reach out and take it. You know, the universe can only dangle opportunities in front of us for so long before they move it on to someone else. And so this Page of Swords does really speak to us sort of going back to the drawing board and stripping away the experiences or educating ourselves on how we came to be in this position. You know, it's sort of this stepping stone towards truth, because he really strips away the emotion from it and allows the space for growth and movement. There is the warning from Spirit. Again, that offer is going to be presented. You're going to start communicating with someone. And honestly, Spirit's saying for some of you, the communication could start out really sort of fiery, if you know what I mean. And I feel like that's almost in an attempt for you to self-preserve. It's like, if I can keep it in the sexual realm, this communication, I don't need to worry about falling for this person. But this is actually an opportunity for you to sort of gain ground. It's an opportunity for you to sort of re-enter the world emotionally, and an opportunity for you to recognize that what has happened in the past, you know, those cups are spilt. There's nothing that can be salvaged from that, but we still have this opportunity. We may have even thought that this was the end all be all for us, but actually that Two of Cups represents a soulmate energy that wants to present to us. That's why the Hierophant is all about ascension, because this communication that's opening up for you guys in June, this online, it really feels like it's online to me, this online communication that's showing up through text, through email, whatever it will be, is the opportunity for that ascension. You can see here in the Three of Wands, you know, that sailboat. I often think of the Six of Swords whenever I see a sailboat. It's through this courage to step out of our safety zone, out of our boundaries that we've maybe set for ourselves, that creates more. It creates expansion. It creates ascension here with the Hierophant. And sometimes I will say this, that the Hierophant can actually lead to things like institutions like marriage and commitment. So that's not for everybody, but the message for everyone is that these steps are important towards evolving from this place of disappointment, evolving from this place of apathy that we could be bringing, the energy that we're bringing into June. So I do see communication opening up with someone new, but I feel like you guys have a bit of a chip on your shoulder when it comes to what you've been through and been put through. So you have, you know, a little bit of a warning here. It's like the Queen of Wands deserves what she deserves, and she's not going to put up with any guff, is really what Spirit is saying. But Spirit won't force you to take the opportunity, of course. And they still see you, even though, you know, again, guarded a little bit in this opportunity. They feel you a little bit guarded when it comes to the communication and what you're willing to be vulnerable about. So that's why this, I feel like she's wearing this mask here, because it is an opportunity from Spirit. It's like giving and receiving, but again, there's that fear of you not recognizing the opportunity for advancement. So keeping our eyes wide open, asking Spirit for help to keep us from feeling, just as Brene Brown, I say a lot, you know, this abandonment of joy that we sometimes have, we feel the necessity to maintain. It's like if we can set ourselves up to anticipate a failure, then we won't have our hearts broken again. But it's not actually true. It just means that the heart's already broken. June, changes in June. We have the Wings, looking at things from a higher perspective. There's opportunities present for you in June, pile 3. There's opportunities for growth. I do even feel like for some of you, if you are in a part of the world that allows that, I do feel like even this could include travel for you, this new opportunity. It may be that you will be communicating and then you'll have to travel to meet this person. So take that in mind. This could be somebody that lives far away from you a bit. We have volcano. We also have the peacock spirit showing itself. I often think about the Queen of Wands when I see the volcano because she has a fiery temper. And it talks about things that are brewing under the surface that maybe we haven't healed, we haven't released yet. And that's why we're still sort of stuck in this apathetic sense, because we haven't done the necessary steps to heal ourselves. The peacock talks about, you know, faking it till we make it, putting on our crown and feeling the abundance, speaking our truth. Back of the deck is the Mary Shelley Lost card. And that's the warning from Spirit, because Mary Shelley lost a lot of people in her life, some children, her husband, who was very important to her, her parents, and she allowed those losses to truly envelop her, and she embodied them so much that they became so much a part of who she was that she could not escape that identity. And all of her work from that point on was so dark and had so much pain in it because it enveloped her. And that's what Spirit doesn't want to see happen to you. They want you to explode if you need to explode. If you're angry, explode, let it out, express yourself. But afterwards, rise above that emotion and strip it away and say, you know, how can I gain? What can I gain from this experience and bring forward? What should I leave behind, and what can I gain to avoid that envelopment of loss, to embody us? What's coming in June for love, please, group 3? We have here and now. The present, often I call the present the gateway, and she's sitting on that egg of potential in the present, because that's where the potential lies, is the present moment. Being stuck in the past is only serving to keep us stuck in the past. You can see the 4 of Cups in the present is leading to the 5 of Cups in the future. So to circumvent that, that's why tarot is really helpful to us, because it shows us the present and how it's going to affect the future, so that we can see where we need to adjust. And staying in the present moment is the struggle sometimes for us, is the first obstacle, the first hurdle that we have to go through, is to stay present in the moment, to reflect upon our insecurities, to reflect upon where our jealousy comes from, to reflect upon where the pain is coming from, staying present so that we can create a future of objectivity, a future of abundance. We have message in a bottle. It's interesting to me that this 3 and 2 is a 5 and this 1 and 5 is a 6, because again, that's a sense of, it's the trajectory of your pathway. It's like the obstacle, claiming victory over it, putting your intentions into the ethereal, and then releasing them, letting them go, having that expectation of success, and almost visualizing the win, visualizing what you want. And sometimes it just starts with staying present and not looking into the past, recognizing that the past doesn't exist. We have the Fates. The Fates talks about destiny and talks about connections that are destined for you, that are waiting for you after you push through this obstacle. After you put the work in, that is what's waiting for you. This 2 of Cups that's sitting behind her, you know, once she turns around and sees things with objection, she can look and see that 2 of Cups that's waiting for her. June love predictions, please. June love predictions. We have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. You can see it's a beautiful unicorn, and it's tethered in a paddock, and it still has a collar on. You're very unique, you're very special, you're very important, and you haven't embodied these feelings. Other people haven't treated you like that. And so it's created a prison of our own design here, a prison of our fears, a prison of our expectations, and it's time for us to embody the uniqueness and the specialness that is you, and embody what you deserve. The universe will rise to meet you in that expectation. We have past life relationship. You have known each other before. The person coming forward to speak with you is somebody potentially from your past that you may have gone to school with, for some of you with that Page of Swords, the student of the deck. So you may have gone to school with this person that you're going to be communicating with. This could be someone from your past in this life, but it could also be, again, that 2 of Cups energy. I feel like many of you are headed in that trajectory to meet your soulmate. So it could be someone from a past life that is coming back around to help you fulfill that soul contract portion. We have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. And that's what Spirit is really adamant about, is they want you to see it. When they dangle that offer in front of you, they want you to see it, to accept it. They won't force you, but they do want that for you. June love predictions, pile 3, please. We have remembrance. Resurfacing of past feelings and emotions are really what's holding us back here. And the 5 of Cups in the future position is the only thing that bothers me here, because that's the warning from Spirit. We don't want to see that there. And it's this remembrance of the past. It's the fear of it resurfacing again that is truly holding us back. We have Gaia, wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual understanding here as well. It's through these difficult situations that we gain the wisdom that we need to embody for the completion of our soul contracts. It's through these experiences that we gain insights and we actually ascend. And many of us would not believe that we would choose these paths for ourselves, but we can't see the forest through the trees oftentimes when we're in this human experience. We have eternal love, happiness, harmony, and fulfillment, and that is what awaits you once you step out of your comfort zone, once you take that first step in vulnerability to go towards your goals, to go towards your ascension. Love predictions for June, group number 3. We have the Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, and a changed mind. That's what's coming in for you in June, Spirit. We have love on the back of the deck, unconditional love, affection and attraction, passion, oneness. It sort of reminds me of group 2, to be honest. It feels like a foundation phase. June is a foundation phase for you, in a sense that it's working towards the betterment of you. It's working towards you kind of rising above in success. The difference here lies is that you guys have a lot of communication coming in. You have an offer in the table in the form of this communication, this shift coming in, this change. And that's sort of the starting point for you, is this opportunity that's about to present. Spirit will not force it upon you. They'll never force you to take notice of anything around you. They're always going to be sort of pushing you and urging you, but you do have free will. They will walk with you no matter where your path leads you. But they're saying you do have someone coming forward to speak with you and to get the ball rolling as far as new potential. Queen of Cups. You have so much love inside. You know, the Queen of Cups showing up for the first time here shows that maybe you've been pushing that part of yourself aside because you're afraid to be vulnerable. We have the King of Pentacles, and we have the Knight of Cups reversed. That King of Pentacles could be the sign coming in for you. It could be a Taurus coming in for some of you. It doesn't have to be, but it shows somebody who is very secure, somebody who's focused on growth and abundance, and someone who can offer you that as well, security that you never really experienced before. I'm only giggling because the Knight of Cups is in the reverse, and the message I'm getting from Spirit is that there's a sense of you worry that there are unrealistic expectations. Even watching this video, there's like this sense of someone watching things saying, you know, she's crazy. This is unrealistic. I can't change that much. Things can't change that much in a month. But you would be very surprised at how fast momentum can take flight once we get it rolling. It just shows that there is this fear of being vulnerable. There is a fear of accepting offers and, you know, letting my emotions flow, because that Queen of Cups, it's unconditional. So sometimes when somebody messes with this unconditional love inside of us and creates, you know, the Queen of Wands out of it instead, you know, it makes us feel like our security is at jeopardy. We don't want to risk that again. We don't want to feel that pain again, which is why that Knight of Cups is reversed. But I feel like many of you are going to be able to branch out. And there is a message, too, of accepting offers, even if our legs are trembling in it. We have divine. You are being divinely guided here. We have J and Q. We have the Cupid's arrow, so be prepared, because, again, Cupid's arrow really reminds me of that Eight of Swords. Something out of the blue, communication coming in out of the blue, that's surprising to you. We have the whale tail, going with the flow, allowing that situation to unfold naturally, and don't let your insecurities or fears sort of get in the way of that. Just let that. We also have the seahorse, going with the flow as well. We have the stethoscope, so there could be a nursing or hospital connection, and I also feel like there could be a blocked heart chakra here too with that. We have the moon, showcasing our insecurities and the things that we suppress, along with the high priestess, the curled shell, the secrets that she keeps, and those emotions that she suppresses as well. And we have the empress here with the star. A reminder from spirit for us to stay hopeful and to embody who we truly are. We are abundance. We are divine. You are divine. All right, group number 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates with your situation. And if it did, I would love to hear about it in the comment section. I would love for you to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell if you haven't done so already. You can check out my Instagram link and my Etsy link below. If my Etsy page is empty, it just means it's sold out. It's been selling out very quickly, but I will be reposting on weekdays. So I'm going to be staggering my times now, just so that it gives other people an opportunity to purchase a reading. So you can check out that link below as well. But I really hope that you come back here and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a beautiful day. Take care.